Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's special episode of Learn Live UAE. You might see that it's a little bit different with our overlay that we've got this evening. Not only that, Mark's amazing gold jacket, as per request from a few of our guests when we've chatted behind the scenes after shows. Tonight, Mark's going to be awesome, right? We've got a couple of rounds of quizzes and some prizes lined up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a great event. So we're ready to go here, but we're not going to actually go live with the quiz until about 8 p.m. We've got 3 rounds with increasing difficulty. And we've got a bunch of great prizes to share to the winners of the different rounds on those 3 rounds. Let's just run through what the prizes are first of all. So you can win yourself a super user account with Quizzes, and Quizzes is a great platform. I'll talk more about Quizzes in just a second, but there's some t-shirts and mugs available from them as well. Frog Education have kindly shared some Frog Play Live accounts. So really great prize there for engagement. I'll talk more about them again in a moment as well. We've got Seesaw Plus for 3 teachers, and so that's a prize there. We'll talk about how we're going to sort of dish out the prizes and all those sort of things in a few moments. And then the prize which we're going to give away as the overall prize for the entire quiz is a Logitech crayon supplied by JTRS. So please do say hello in the chat, and please give us your comments, get involved. It's the end of term. It's been a difficult year full stop, but a difficult term as well. So Ollie and I wanted to run the quiz as a fun way to end the term, bring teams together, bring schools together, bring teachers together. Part of the mission of Ollie's and mine with the whole Learn Live UAE project. And with that, I just want to talk through the various prizes. So the Frog prize, this is Frog Play. It's a tool for assessment for learning, linked to retrieval practice, helps identify weaknesses and strengths and opportunities for effective feedback. You can create or tailor your own topical quizzes using different question types in there as well. There's video content to support learning in maths and English from Key Stage 1 through to Key Stage 4. So we've got those available to the winners of round 1. Round 2, if you win round 2, then the prize for winning round 2 is the access to Quizzes, the super user account for Quizzes. So if you win round 2, then you get access to Quizzes with their sort of super user version of the platform. If you win round 3, then and there's 3 prizes here. So if you get first, second, or third place on this one, on round 3, then there's opportunities for you to gain the super user pass Seesaw Plus for 3 people, and they've got some t-shirts they're going to add into the mix for that as well. So first round winner will get Frog Play, second round winner will get Quizzes, and the third round winner will get Seesaw. Now, obviously, there's 3 rounds and there's another prize. And if you have got the highest score across all 3 rounds, then you will get the prize sponsored by JTRS. If you're interested in finding out more about JTRS, go to jtrs.ae and you'll find out lots of things about them. I've worked with JTRS here in the UK many, many times, and I've also worked with them in Dubai as well. And just like the name suggests, JTRS stands for Just the Right Solution. They're authorized Apple education specialists and can support you with your technology in your schools. So welcome, everybody. Ollie and I are very, very excited. Let's bring the Christmas spirit back on screen again. We're really excited to get things up and running, and if you've got any questions about the quiz before we get going, then please drop us a line in the comments. Welcome to Neil, who said you could have dressed up, Mark. Yes, and you, Neil, could have shared it with your colleagues. I'm not going to say anything there about wanting to be competitive and winning there, Neil, shall we say. What a jacket. You know, Matt Clark, thank you for that. This jacket first came out probably about 9 years ago at Teach Meet Clevedon. It was through a conversation with a former colleague of mine, Jim Smith, the author of the Lazy Teacher's Handbook. We sort of worked together on the Teach Meets at Clevedon, and we wanted to, make those events something which really gave something back to the community. And so I kept the jacket, and I still bring it out on special occasions. And in fact, speaking of Teach Meets, if you are up and around, this very Thursday, my other show that I do, UK Edu Stories, we have got a Teach Meet this Thursday, keynote from Jill Berry, and we've got a host of many brilliant bite-sized snippets. For those of you who are science teachers, we've got Kevin Dr. K, Nikki Kaiser, for example, who's been involved in the Educated Endowment Foundation reports around. Ollie's nodding. He's like, oh my God, you got Nikki. Yeah, we've got some amazing presenters for the Teach Meet, which is taking place on Thursday. If you want to find out more about that, just visit TM UK Edu Stories, free bite-sized CPD in the form of a Teach Meet. And as with the show tonight, there are some prizes available at that Teach Meet as well, including things like a £50 Amazon voucher, among other things from our sponsors, Classroom.Cloud. Thank you. It has aged well indeed, Matthew. It's moved houses, it's done all sorts. So really thank you for the comments there in the chat. So what we're going to do now, we are due to go live with the quiz in about 5 minutes. Not too sure how many people we've got viewing at the moment, but Ollie, if you could bring up the loading screen for the first round. The good thing about Neil, I'm not wearing them, to be fair, because we're viewing, but I have got some amazing trousers to go with these as well. The glitter goes down to the seam along the side. They're flared at the bottom. It's that they are some very fancy pants. So maybe next time I'm over in Dubai, we could give those an outing. Perhaps they do draw attention.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
So thank you very much. So here's the entry into the first round of the quiz. We're running 3 separate quizzes. As we said, the prize for the first round is the access to Frog Live. The second round prize is the access to quizzes. The third round prize is the access and prizes from Seesaw. And then the overall prize is the Logitech crayon promoted and supplied and supported via JTRS, Just the Right Solution. So on your screens now, you should see the entry for the quizzes quiz. Please do come on in. We've got Sabe in already. And yeah, it's very easy to get in on the quiz. Just go to joinmyquiz.com, type your code in, and when we've got everyone there in the lobby ready and raring, we'll be able to get things up and running. And whilst I go off and try and drum up some more attendees via Twitter, Ollie, if you could take the helm for a second, that would be absolutely fantastic.
Certainly, yeah. Neil, thanks for inviting your colleagues, but it's fine. Fiona is here, so there is some competition from Heartland International School from Dubai. So thank you very much for joining us, Fiona and team. Just to reiterate what Mark said, really, thank you very much for all your support so far. Really looking forward to just having a little bit of fun this evening, dishing out some prizes. Thank you so much to all of those sponsors that Mark so clearly gone through. Thank you to my co-host for that. Really looking forward to just sharing the love a little bit with everybody that's tuning in this evening and dishing out some prizes. It's great to see so far. We've got Dubai. I think Sabe works just the other side of Dubai, edge of Dubai, Sharjah. We've also got Matt from Oman who's joined us. So really looking forward to seeing who comes top in this first round. We're not going to give you any information as to what each round is about, but each round has a slightly different theme. One is local to our context here. Another round is teacher sort of specific, and then another round is sort of pub quiz style, so general knowledge. But other than that, won't give you any more information on which round is which at the current stage. You might also notice that typically those of you that are familiar with quizzes, you will have the leaderboard on your device as you go through, but we've changed that this evening so that the leaderboard is on our screen so that we can post that up, and hopefully you can concentrate on the quiz as you're going through it. Sabe, thank you for just clarifying that. Yep, Sharjah. We've got Victoria International School. I think I met 2 of your colleagues at Guess last year, actually. Sabe, I'm not sure that we've ever chatted about that. They were lovely. They were really nice. So we're a couple of minutes out yet. Still give it 3-4 more minutes before we start with round 1. Fully expecting people to dip in and out of each of the different rounds. I know that Sabe will be in it for the long run. He's got his eyes on that Logitech Crayon, I'm sure. Despite having a class set in his school, I'm sure that he'll be after that. So a steady trickle of people joining us. Mr. Anderson.
Yes. I want to take a moment to say that if there are any problems with the quiz, I shirk all responsibility in relation to that. As Ollie is the, I may look like the resident quiz master, however, it is not. Ollie is the person who's come up with the quiz questions, so I'm 100% from the outset shirking any responsibility for any errors, mistakes, omissions with the quiz. Not that I want to run you under a bus or anything, Ollie, but I've been involved in quizzes before now. Seriously, it is a joint effort. We did.
Good, mate. Thanks for that. Yeah, just throw me under the bus. To be fair, mate, that gold jacket is deflecting all responsibility anyway, so it's all reflecting straight back at me.
Yeah, I mean, it is quite shiny, isn't it?
It is pretty shiny, yeah. A bit like our lights. I am loving our lights. I think that this theme is brilliant. Just for total transparency, Neil is saying that he's in his heartland. He wants to make sure that he gets adequate. We'll go with praise. We're err on the side of positivity there.
Yeah, although I wouldn't want to share that one crayon between all of those colleagues and children. That would be spreading things a bit thin, to be fair. Thanks for the lovely comments about my jacket. You'll be pleased to hear that I didn't get my top hat out. I've got a top hat that goes with this as well as the trousers, which has got a big heart on it. It says "I Heart Learning" on the top. It was a real team effort when I first brought this out. So. My DT department worked on the top hat, and there's a little battery pack which sits inside the top hat so that the heart flashes and all these different things as well. Maybe for the next one, I'll get the top hat out. As Matt Clark said about it being aging well, whilst the jacket might have aged well, the top hat definitely hasn't. So that's why it hasn't sort of come out for joining us today. Please do, whilst we're sort of getting things up and running, and thank you for signing into the quiz already, but please jump onto my Twitter or Ollie's Twitter and share wider. The more people engage in this, the more fun we'll have, and the better it will be for all of us. Vogue want me to be the on the cover for next month, says Sabe. I think that you are just pulling my leg there, but thank you for the jovial joke there. I do appreciate it very much indeed, Sabe. It's the Have a Go Cup, says Sabe. Brilliant, fantastic. Thank you very much for that. So please do get out there and share. Who we got signed up so far for the quiz? So we've got Danielle. One thing with your names, okay, if obviously, I can recognise Linda Parsons there, DigiLyn, for example, Heartland, we know that is Neil. We literally got Sabe in twice, actually. I think he's edging his bets there with 2 devices on the go. And law of averages say that he might actually get that. Sorry, Ollie?
Mark Ryan. It could be Mark Ryan. You never know. He likes to...
he likes to mix it a bit, fish and chips and all that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, please do share about the quiz on social media and all of that. As we'll be starting the quiz any moment. So we start at 8 p.m. That was just a few moments ago. I can see there's some SLT rivalry going on here in the chat here. Fiona is just sharing. Oh, wrong one. Fiona is just sharing. She can't believe that Neil's actually stolen the school name. I've now got visions of Neil having removed the sign at the front of Heartland. Is now running down the road with the Heartland International School name on his shoulder. But as a former rugby player, he is used to running down the wing, trying to score one for the team. So, you can't knock him for that too much as a former rugby player. I'll stop it with the rugby references now, although I'll just say I'm from Gloucester, Neil, so you'll know where I'm coming from with all of that. Welcome, Linda, who's joined us. She's already into the quiz. Good luck and good evening, everyone. Good evening to you too, Linda, and good luck to everybody in the quiz. Okay, so I'm thinking, Ollie, we'll give it just 2 more minutes and then we'll start round one. I think give it 2 minutes. It's a perfect opportunity for us to just recap the various prizes that are on offer for the quiz in total. The first round winner will get access to Frog Play. So thank you very much to Frog for donating that prize to the quiz this evening. Thank you very much indeed. Second round winners will get access to quizzes, and there's a bunch of things available from them. And the third round winners get access to Seesaw, and actually there's going to be 3 winners there. I think it's 2 for quizzes and 3 for Seesaw, and then the prize for the highest score across all 3 rounds gets to walk away with the Logitech crayon supplied. Thank you very much to JTRS, Just the Right Solution. So that's what we're playing for. It's the big winter break quiz. So there's all the prizes sort of laid out on one page there for you to see. But I think, Ollie, it's probably time for us to get going with the start of round one. So there's always a bit of a delay. We did do a little trial run yesterday, thanks to Sabe and Mark Ryan for helping us with that. There's a bit of a delay. So be looking on your screens, because I may say to Ollie, hit start now. He's not going to hit start now, but if you hit start now, there will be a delay between when you hear me say it. You'll see the quiz actually start before you hear me say it, if it's as it all ran yesterday. So please get yourselves ready. I'm giving you a bit of a run up, and let's get going. And the very best of luck on round one. Let's see how we get on.
Go.
Oh, look at that Christmas style music there. Should I pop that music off, Ollie?
But it's Christmassy.
So good luck to everyone. At the moment, it seems that we've got Chris in the lead there. Well done, Chris.
Heartland's in the lead.
Fiona and Linda are on fire. They got a 3 and 4 questions in but Linda's now got one wrong there. We've got Heartland coming back there, 3 in a row there, but Fiona's still in the lead. Remember, there's points and for speed and accuracy, so it's obviously important to be quick on the draw, but obviously equally important to be accurate. Trying to balance all of that in between the two there. Let's see how we're getting on. So you don't feel so bad if you don't do so well in his very, very first round. There's 2 more rounds to go. Obviously, if you don't do so well in the first round, that will have the impact on your ability to win that first place prize. Fiona's on another winning streak there as well. I mean, it's not all over yet, but she is in a considerable lead there. We've got look at that. Heartland is coming back. Linda's coming back. She's only 3,000 points behind. And of course, Fiona is a few questions ahead. So it might look bad for those sort of trailing behind there, but actually it wouldn't take much for someone with a few correct answers in a row to overtake Fiona and get into that very all-important very first place there. So let's see how we're getting on. She's at the 10,000 points there now. Well done, Fiona. Oh, she's got another streak of 3. But look, Heartland has got a streak of 6. Danielle's got a streak of 8 there. Well done, Danielle. Keep it up. Oh, dear. Lost the streak, gone back to 0. I spoke too soon there, Ollie. What a shame. Matt Clark's doing well with a streak of 1.
Matt, what's going on?
Doing very well. But yeah, Linda's got a streak of 7. Neil's got a streak of 8. So there, it's all to play for. I think Fiona might have finished. So 11,900 is that there. And Neil's got, I think, 2 more questions to go. So will he get there? Linda's got a few more questions to go. Streak of 8 there.
Linda can still win.
And Sabe's starting to make a bit of a comeback here. But, I mean, I think it's a bit too much for him to pull that back now. He's always up again. No luck. Will he get close enough? Heartland, the Neil Statham account, 9 correct answers in a row there. That streak is going to be helping him, I think.
Oh,
dear, he just got that question wrong there, Neil.
No, for Linda.
No. Let's think. Oh, crikey. Is it? Oh, look. He's just fallen short at the last hurdle there. But will Linda get the correct answer there towards the end? Will it work? Will it work? Oh, Linda's so very close there. Danielle there, 4th. Chris is there. Wow. Well, there you go. There you have it. I think that's the end of round 1. Even though some people might still be going with the questions, I don't think anyone's going to actually catch up now with Fiona, who's won with a total score there of 11,900 points. Well done, Fiona. I think the prize for the best streak definitely has to be Neil there with the Heartland name. He had 9 at one point, I think, which is a superb effort. Well done. Just not enough at the final hurdle there. Well done to Linda as well. That's a very respectable score. Danielle, very good as well. Sabe, good effort as well. Congratulations. But full congratulations go to Fiona, head at Heartlands International. Well done on that. And that will see a copy of Frog play coming to you at the school. I will better connect you up with Frog to enable that getting put into place. And I'm as someone who's done a lot of work with Frog, I know that you will find it to be really helpful and useful for lots of different assessment for learning and retrieval practice activities. So really pleased that you've won that, and I'm sure you'll get an awful lot from it. Brilliant stuff. Well done. Sabe is saying that he's sweating. Maybe if you went back inside into the air conditioning, that might help, Sabe. I'm not quite too sure. Certainly, if you were where I am right now, it's about 6 degrees here, so that's definitely it's definitely cooler here than it is with you. So well done, everybody. Ollie, if you'd like to just get the next round lined up. Ollie's in charge of a few things with the quiz this evening, so there you go, that's removed from there. And whilst he gets a few things set up, I'll explain what we're going to do for the next round. Hopefully you thought the questions were fair and we had them all actually correct ourselves. Nothing worse. Actually, there's an activity I used to do with students in my sort of Key Stage 4 and 5 classes, which was flipping the flip. I was distracted by the jacket. Yeah, thank you very much, Neil.
Sorry.
Classic. Now, I used to get my learners, I used to use a variety of assessment for learning platforms. I used to flip the flip. So rather than me giving them the retrieval and assessment for learning activities, I'd ask them to make them. And it only takes one student to create a quiz where they get their own question wrong in the answers for them to never, ever do that again. And by doing it again, I mean to get a question wrong in their own quiz. So hopefully Ollie and I didn't fail on that front. It's certainly not our first attempt in learning. So, yeah, fingers crossed it was all good for all of you. Do you get extra time or can I slow down? Yeah, Fiona, so when you do the quiz, you are awarded for both time and accuracy. So obviously it's important that you are accurate, because if you're not accurate, then you don't get the point at all. But if you're quick and accurate, then you get more points. That is something that I really loved about quizzes for a long, long time. People are really aware of and use an awful lot a tool called Kahoot. But the thing I didn't like about Kahoot was that for a very, very, very long time, you couldn't make it so that you were rewarded just for accuracy. It was accuracy and speed. Now, obviously, this is a pub quiz type affair that we're doing here, so accuracy and speed is important. So we're giving points for both. But what Quizzes has had available to it as part of its setup for a very, very long time, I think, in fact, from the outset, is that you can turn that feature off. So it's a really lovely feature of quizzes. And as it goes, I'm really pleased that quizzes have supported us with some prizes today. Just jumping onto the banner again a second. I'll just bring that up so you can see it again. The prize for this round is a super user account with some t-shirts and mugs. Okay, so please do let us know if you're interested in finding out more about quizzes. I've got a lot of blog posts and articles and sort of training videos on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ICT Evangelist for quizzes. It's a tool that I've used for many years, and I know that you use it with your learners as well, Ollie. Well, why do you like quizzes? Ollie.
I'm getting a little bit of a delay here because I'm trying to download an Excel spreadsheet. But Linda's asked a really good question, actually. She's asked, I'll answer your question, Mark, first, but what question did we find the hardest? And it was, where am I? 9 of you actually answered that question, and it was a picture that from the desert, and Bhutais was the answer. So down in the desert in this direction. I love quizzes, Mark. I just think it's really versatile, and I think the fact that you can teleport questions from other teachers in your school, you can link it if you're a Google Suite for Education school, you can link it to Google Classroom, which I think is really neat and handy. If you're not and you're a Microsoft school like my school and Linda's school, it's really easy to just pop a tab up into in one of your channels. You can pop a tab up into the top with a link into quizzes. I just think it's a really nice, useful tool. It gives you awesome data, like Linda's question there. You know, which question did people find the hardest? It gives you data on class accuracy, how long it took people to answer particular questions. Around this really useful, easy to use tool. And I like the fact that, unlike other tools, everything is on the device. So you're not, bouncing from your device to the other screen. You can just focus on your device, which I think is super useful.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point to highlight as well. Having things that run sort of asynchronously as opposed to synchronously. Obviously, there are times when you've got learners working with you synchronously where you want to ask the questions and then stop and unpick any misconceptions and that sort of thing. But having that flexibility of being able to shuffle questions, have it run for a long period of time, doesn't necessarily have to happen at a certain point in time. It could be that you set some prep, some homework for your learners, and then at the end of that they then go and access a quiz that you've set them, and they can work on that in their own time and space. If you're running quizzes at the same time, you can shuffle the order of the potential responses. So if you're running a Kahoot quiz, for example, in class, and a learner could look at the screen of another student and know straight away, that's what they've pressed on the screen, they can sort of cheat a bit more easily. There are lots of lovely little things sort of built into the quizzes platform, which I think not only add a bit of gamification, but equally reinforced by sound pedagogy. And it's super easy as well, using the organizational features within quizzes as well, to organize your quizzes so that you can, again, using that teleport feature, create retrieval practice linked quizzes where you can pull stuff from previous ones that you've created and share with your learners. And so you can repurpose all of that. And also you can share your quizzes with colleagues, all these different things. So really useful features in quizzes. So I've got a question from Matt Clark. Ollie, he crashed for some reason. Can you delete Matt Clark and keep Matt Clark real? So can you, in the list below, I can see Matt Clark real. Can you just remove Matt Clark from the quiz? So keep Matt Clark real. There we go. Fantastic. Yes.
You're out of there.
Bye indeed. So we're going to start round 2 in just a moment. If you missed round 1, you're going to have to do really well in round 2 and 3 in order to be up for the overall prize of the Logitech Crayon. But in this round, we are playing for a super user account using quizzes. And if you wanted a feel for what quizzes is actually like, well, this is the platform we're using for delivering our quiz today here on LearnLiveUAE. And I hope you're enjoying the engagement and a little bit of fun that we've got here for you just before the winter break. I was going to see how things are going on social media, Ollie, so I'll hand over to you for a moment while I just have a little look on there.
I was just downloading the spreadsheet of results just so that I can add up the scores nice and quickly. Sabe, yes, it was the sand dunes, as affectionately known. I did see that lots of people managed to get out into the sand dunes over the national holiday. I do. It's so serene and calm, I find, in the desert. It's really nice. It's a great place to just hang out, relax. It's a great place to take children as well, actually, as long as you're mindful of the temperatures. I found a new place this weekend, Al Wathba. They've got some lakes there. It was awesome. We're going to go back there next week. Did you bring in any of the comments, Mark, while I was just formulating a spreadsheet there?
No, I did not, but let's just drop some of them in. So this was a question from, you've dropped in Linda's there. I'll say we had a question from Fiona where she asked, do you get extra time, extra points for time, or can I slow down? Yeah, you can absolutely go a bit slower, but to say the quicker you answer the question correctly, the more points you get. And as Bruce Forsyth always said, what do points make?
Right.
They're very good. So that's the thing there. Obviously, accuracy is the most important factor, because if you don't get the question right, then you don't get any points at all. But if you are accurate and quick, then you will get more points than you would otherwise get. So that was the question there. We had this sort of comment from Linda Parsons. It's how she loves quizzes as well and loves the super user account. Gives you a report of questions, tells you which one of your classes found most difficult. Matt Clark is sort of saying that he had a problem crashing, but we've dealt with that as well. Okay, so I think we're good to go. Start of round 2. So all the very best of luck. Remember, there's always going to be a delay between me saying go and it appearing on your screen, so get yourselves ready for the start of round 2. And as I said at the beginning of the show, the quiz questions get a bit more complicated, a bit more of them as well, and with the most difficult round being the third round, with significantly more questions in it than the other 2 rounds as well. So all the very best of luck for round 2, and off we go. Okay, so an early lead there for Matt Clark. Neil has jumped up straight into second place, but it's all to play for. As we saw in that last round, you know, just because you might do well at the beginning doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to win overall. See, Matt's got a lovely streak of 3 going now. Who's that coming at? Sabe's got a streak of 2. Chris isn't doing so well. I have to say, where is Fiona in this round? Oh, there she is, coming up into 4th place. Neil's got a streak of 3, but Matt Clark's still in the lead. He is a good, well over 1,000 points in the lead right now. But remember, all to play for. Concentration. It is definitely quality, accuracy. Speed is important. Speed will help you in the overall. But if you get a few wrong, you can quickly drop down that leaderboard. Well done to Matt, who's holding out there at the front at the moment. Although he's almost 50 for 50 at the moment, so not as good as it possibly could have been. Chris is on fire, catching up, but again, 50-50. Chris is now in the lead with 4 in a row. Neil's got 6 there, 7. So why is it Neil's got 7 in a row, right, but he's only in second place? Maybe he's taking his time in his responses. Let's hope he's not using a few extra devices and doing a Google image search by an image search to help him. Maybe it's the speed which is slowing him down in terms of the scores there. Linda, and she's in 6th position. Got Mataza down there in 7th. Mataza might have dropped off the quiz there. Let's hope Neil isn't too distracted by the jackets during this particular round. Matt's taking the time to reply already, and he's saying speed, not accuracy, will cost me. Matt, if you've got time to type messages on YouTube whilst you're doing the quiz, you're going to have an impact on your accuracy. Your cognitive load is going to be all over the place, and your accuracy is going to, and your speed obviously is going to suffer as a result. He's got 4 in a row, though. It's all to play for. Looks like Chris has finished the round. Matt is in 2nd place at the moment. Will he have enough? I don't think he's got enough on this final question to catch up, though, with Chris. I don't think he has that. No, he hasn't. Oh, my goodness. So, Neil, you're the closest next player there, and he's done it. He's gone into 2nd place. He's overtaken Matt there. Well done to Neil. Will Sabe have enough to bring him into 3rd place as well? That's the question. Well done to Chris so far, holding it steady at the lead, in the lead there. Will Neil have enough to pull it back, though? He only needs another 210 points. Oh, no, he got it wrong there. Oh, my goodness. Will he get it right with his very last question? Neil, it is no pressure time. Ding, 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 ding. Come on. Go on. You can. Oh, dear. Look, Sabe came back right at the last minute there, but unfortunately Neil fell at the final hurdle. He actually got more questions right than Chris, but his speed let him down. That's a real shame there, Neil. Maybe we can do something to help you out a little bit with the prize there. Tough round, slow reader. Sorry, yes. Classic student says, Matt Clark, I completed it. Just wanted to do the task completion and not think. And you know, there's a lot of learning there, isn't there? With these these quizzing tools, where learners do spend, you know, just slap the screen, get so hyper and so excited. I don't think that's good for learning, full stop. Great for fun, great for engagement and getting students excited. Maybe in a house competition, something like that. I think that's, you know, super, super useful. But, you know, in the classroom, it's about learning, isn't it? And that's why I think tools like quizzes that actually give you that frequency, that opportunity. Same with Frog Play. You can do the same in Frog Play. That ability to keep it just about the learning and use it as a platform. We all know through research it's low stakes quizzing that has the impact, not high stakes quizzing or high stakes testing. And so by removing the timer feature, that really does give your learners the opportunity to spend the time to think about the questions and respond appropriately in their own sort of time and space. That's why I absolutely love tools like quizzes and Frog Play for those very, very reasons. So there we have it, Ollie. Chris is amazing. Now, I'm not sure who Chris is, and it's not quizzes. I haven't got a speech impediment. It's Chris. I'm not sure who Chris is. Do you know who Chris is, Ollie?
It could be any one of a number of Chris's. I work with 2 Chris's. It could be one of those, or it could be another Chris. Chris, which Chris are you?
Is Chris Evans. He's taken a day off his work on BBC Radio 2 and is Fiona says, obviously you need to catch up on Christmas movies over the next 3 weeks. That is a lovely way to spend some of your Christmas, your winter break, Fiona, sort of relaxing and catching up on some of those Christmas films that are there. Chris, if you could let us know how to contact you, if you could maybe go into the chat. I'm not sure if you're viewing and joining us via Periscope or joining us via YouTube, but either way, if you could just pop your contact details into the chat. If you're using Twitter, just give us your Twitter handle and then we'll be able to get in touch with you and sort out connecting you with quizzes for that prize there. And Neil, I think if I remember correctly, you are in the lineup for a quizzes T-shirt. Let's just review the prizes again. I believe there are some T-shirts available. There you go, T-shirts and mugs available from quizzes there. So the main prize of the super user account going to Chris, and T-shirt and a mug going to Neil Statham on that one there. You've got a comment here. Chris Edwards, no way. Chris Edwards, UK, look at him, head teacher from, and he loves a bit of yellow. Welcome, Chris, joining us. He's head teacher from, I believe, forgive me if I get this wrong, Chris, Brighton Hill Secondary School. Forgive me, please, and fingers crossed I got it right. It's not a quiz for me, fortunately, but hopefully that's great. And well done, Chris, to you. Congratulations. Obviously, we follow each other. I've known Chris for many years, an award-winning head teacher. There's a lot of work with Pixel as well, and fantastic. Thank you for joining us today. I got the school correct. Look at that, amazing. Great work, Chris. Well done. And if you just ping me a DM, what I'll do is I'll link you up with the team at Quizzes so we can get that over to you at your school. Fantastic. Well done. Congratulations for winning that first prize there. That indeed a rival jacket. You should see, Neil, some of the things. I mean, Chris and I are actually friends on Facebook as well, so I get to see a lot of his different outfits. But his yellow suits are absolutely outstanding. Although it does give me. It did remind me of a certain cartoon that I watched in the 80s. I forget the name, the real name, but I can give you the superhero name. It was Banana Man. And I'm sure that Chris will remember Banana Man too. But no, seriously, the things head teachers do to raise the profile and raise the spirits of their young people in their schools. And Chris is a very, very sharply dressed man indeed. So well done and congratulations, Chris, for winning that round there. Right then, we've got round 3 coming up, Ollie. Now this is the big quiz round. Do you want to?
Yeah,
I'm talking quite a lot here, Ollie. Do you want to jump in for a second while I just grab myself a drink quick?
Yes, please. I thought what I would do, ladies and gents, at this point is just give you a little breakdown. We've had 2 rounds now, and I've just, whilst Mark's been chatting to you, done a tally of who is where after rounds 1 and round 2. So it was Fiona that won round 1 with 11,900 points, but in round 2 she got 6,970, giving her a total of 18,870, and currently she is in 4th place overall. 4th place overall. Matt Clark, I'm just going to dive around to all of you that are in. I'm not going to go in any particular order, just to add to the suspense. Now, Matt was not only completing the quiz, he was also commenting in the chat and sending me WhatsApp messages. So clearly overloaded. Round 1, he got 5,570 points. Round 2, whilst performing another task at the same time, 9,060. So he's on 14,630 points, which puts him in position 6 at the moment. Okay. Position 5 then is Chris. Joined a little bit later, I think, there, Chris. Round 1, he got 4,720. Round 2, stormed it with 10,930 on 15,650 points so far. Danielle seemed to sort of drop off. She completed round 1, 9,480 points, but disappeared for round 2. She's in 7th place at the moment. So that kind of leaves us with the top 3. Who is where at present? Well, in 3rd place, he got 8,930 points in round 1, 10,560 points. So Sabe with 19,490 is currently in 3rd position. And it's super tight at the top. 2nd place has 20,260. 1st place has 22,190. Okay. And it's between Linda and Neil. There was literally nothing separating you in round 1. Neil got 11,470, while Linda got 11,140. So just a couple of 100 points in it. And then in round 2, Linda got 9,120, while Neil got 10,720. So at present, Neil is just edging in the lead. He's about 1,800 points ahead of Linda, but it's certainly a total that can be caught up on. So at the moment, for that final Logitech crayon, Neil is currently just ahead of Linda, so all to play for still.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget this final round. There's two prizes really. There's the overall prize, as Ollie's gone through there, with the overall prize for all the rounds being the Logitech crayon, and then with the let's bring the prizes up again in a second. The prize for this round winner being Seesaw Plus for 3 teachers. So if you place yourself in the top 3. Then you will be able to gain yourself not just access to Seesaw Plus for a year, but also you will get a Seesaw t-shirt as well, which will be lovely to have, and all of that. So as I mentioned earlier on in the quiz, the third round does have quite a few more questions and increasingly more difficult questions. So it really should sort of sort the wheat from the chaff, so to speak. Really looking forward to seeing how you all get on. Linda's saying in the chat that she does like to live on the knife's edge. Okay, but she is also saying that she does like crayons. Brilliant stuff. Neil, on the other hand, says that he's only allowed to use crayons, which, having spent some time engaging with Neil on social media for some time, I can see that being something which it would definitely be the case. I'm only joking with you, Neil, of course. If you don't follow Neil on Twitter, you should do. He's been sharing an awful lot of really interesting things via social media lately, and some lovely little articles that he's been writing in the Times Educational Supplements International edition and on the TES main website as well, about sort of leadership, about work abroad, all those different things. So definitely somebody to connect with, and an all-round good guy as well, even though he may like a bit too much rugby. But I did promise I'd stop it with the rugby references, so I'll stop there. Congratulations then to everyone who's doing so well so far. The first round, we had the prize, which was donated by Frog, access to Frog Play, and that was won by Fiona, head teacher at Heartland International. And then last round, the winner was Chris Edwards, with a cheeky sneaking in win for an attendee from the United Kingdom. I don't feel bad about him winning it, because you've got to be in it to win it. So congratulations, and we'll absolutely sort that out for you. In this round, we've got 3 Seesaw accounts up for grabs for the first 3 people in the quiz, and along with the access to Seesaw Plus, you'd also get yourself a t-shirt in there as well. So the quiz is up on the screen now. Please feel free to grab a screenshot of that, share it on social media, bring in some more players. Because you've already been in and been doing the rounds, chances are nobody will catch up with you in the possibilities of winning the overall prize for the 3 rounds. But certainly it'd be nice to get some more people playing in the quiz to win the Seesaw Plus access. But with that in mind, we should be going live with this third round in just a few moments. Get yourself logged in and get your names in there. Who we got so far? We got Sabe again. We've got Bruno Brooks. Now, that says to me we might have a Mr. Al Kingsley sneakily coming in and joining us for round 3. He is someone who does like to use the names of old Radio 1 DJs as part of his personas. So if that is you, Mr. Al Kingsley, then please make yourself known to us. Failing that, though, whoever Bruno Brooks is, can you please tell us, if you're not Mr. Al Kingsley, who you actually are? And let's move ourselves forward. So we've got Matt Clark back in. Brilliant stuff. Looking to see if we're going to get Linda in on this as well. And we should do, I believe. And we've got Paint by Digital Numbers. Okay, that may well be, I'm just making assumptions here, Ollie, but that may well be Mark Ryan there. All to play for, though. Some comments on the comments in the chat over here. When we were trying to work out who Chris was from the last round, we've got Sabe thinking it was Chris Hemsworth. There's one for you there, Chris Evans. Do you think is that the first time you've been likened to the 6'4" Thor himself? as Sabe says, it's Thor himself. Matt thinks he's probably just Chris Kringle, but actually it was just actually Chris Edwards there. Linda said that last round was particularly hard. Did you think that last round was hard, Ollie?
I don't know. It had some sort of nuanced information in there with, Christmas movies, like everyone identified. But I thought some of it was okay. There needs to be the right level of challenge, though, Mark. I just say that. Just say that you want your learners and your game players to rise to that challenge. Linda said no. Paint by digital numbers is actually her. We've both tried to comment at the same time. Hang on. Here we go.
50-50. I was right, though, because it clearly is not Mr. Al Kingsley playing the role of Bruno Brooks inside the quiz. Good luck to all of you as we do this. And yes, Chris is also indeed 6'4", although that's where the similarities end. Yes, no comment, Chris, but good luck with this, the final round in the quiz here this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining in. Just waiting for a few more to join in on the quiz. If you haven't done so yet, we're looking forward to are there more underneath that I can't see? I think we've got everyone sort of viewed at the moment, but it'd be really good to get Fiona back in there again. We've got Chris in again, obviously. We've got Linda, who is paint by digital numbers. Who else has been in previous rounds who's been doing well that we'd like to see more of? Fiona, we'd like to see you back in. Danielle, let's get you in on this final round. There's a really great prize in this final round. 3 copies of Seesaw Plus up for grabs, and those T-shirts, and then the overall prize when we add up those totals for the Logitech crayon. So we'll give it another 60 seconds. Last opportunity to get yourself in, and fingers crossed that you'll be able to do that any moment now. I feel like we should have some Christmas music in the background as well, Ollie, but I'm concerned if we start playing. Well, number one, I'm playing Whamageddon, so I am yet to hear. The rules I've got with my children is that if there's as soon as you hear George singing, then it's game over. So I've heard plenty of like ding, 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 the intro bit, but as soon as you hear that whoa, it's game over. So, but yeah, I really wanted to play some Christmas music in the background, but as I'm just mindful that if we start playing licensed music because we're on YouTube, we get taken down. So definitely don't want to do that to happen and cause us any sort of problems. So. I think we've given players enough time to get themselves in on this, Ollie, don't you? Let's go in for this final round then. You go. Get ready, guys. Remember the slight delay between us saying go and it actually being on your screen. So look on your screens now and get ready. We're starting now. Okay, so straight in. Oh, just a microsecond quicker there in that response to that first question there by Linda. Look, only 10 points in that one there, look. Chris is in, he's up to 900, same as Linda, but he's got one question wrong, whereas Linda, she's got 2 in a row. Oh, crikey. Bruno Brooks, not doing so good. Maybe he should have stayed on Radio 1 back in the 80s. I don't know. Got Matt Clark. Remind me, Ollie, as we go through, who are the sort of players who are looking like they could potentially win overall?
We've got Neil, Linda, Sabe, and Fiona. They're kind of top 4 at present, and there's between those guys and Matt and Chris, there's kind of anything from a 3 to a 4,000 point difference.
Well, Chris is flying through the questions, but as you can see, his accuracy isn't his friend. So the speed is helping him because he's got a good score on 5,300, but he's ripping through those questions. But look at Matt Clark. See, he's playing a clever game, I think. Matt Clark. He's got 6 now, right in a row. Now, clearly, Chris is answering those questions really, really quickly. But I think the fact that he's getting some of those wrong Yeah, I think he may well come a cropper at the end of the quiz. What do you think, Ollie?
I think it's high pressure here. We've got twice as many questions as the other round. So I think slow and steady wins the race on this one. Linda's got a streak of 7 there. I think streaks will be important on this one. Oh, she just lost it, though. It's anyone's game. I think it's anyone in that kind of top 4 or 5. Anyone can win it on this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Just trying to get it. Say Sabe's got a nice streak of 3, but he's taking a bit of a while to answer those questions. So same with Neil. He's got a good streak of 3 running there, but it's difficult to sort of work it out. Like you say, it's anyone's game, isn't it, at the moment?
Anyone's game. If you take Neil as an example, he's answered half as many questions as Chris, and he's got more correct. So if he keeps doing what he's been doing, he could work out in that top spot. Same for Sabe, same for Matt.
Yeah. Linda is now in the lead, 8,380. She has answered more questions correctly than Chris, but has answered nowhere near as many questions in total as Chris. Sabe is saying that question 10 didn't have a picture.
Oh. Is
that you did that question? I can't look at it while the quiz is running either, Ollie, but if it turns out, Sabe, there was a problem with the question, we'll factor that in. Although, to be fair to everybody, if it wasn't there for you, then it wouldn't be there for everybody. So that will be a random opportunity to get a question right there. Apologies if there was a problem with the question, Sabe. Linda did have a streak of 4 then, but she's just lost it. It's put her back now into 2nd place. But, whilst Chris has been ripping through these questions, Mark Ryan's joined us saying he's late, but he loves us all. Thank you for sharing the love, Mark. Thank you very much for that. So, yeah, as we look at these scores, Chris is ripping through, but I think his accuracy is what's going to let him down here a little bit. Linda's answered as many questions correctly as Chris, but she's significantly behind the number of questions that Chris has responded to. So it's looking like at the moment it's kind of looking a little bit close between Matt Clark, Linda Parsons, and Sabe, to be honest. Fiona's not having a good round this round, so she's answered a fair number of questions, but most of those, another one they're incorrect again, unfortunately. Bruno Brooks is dropping down a bit lower again, so that's not ideal for Bruno.
We've got a new record, though, in streaks here. Sabe with 12.
12 in a row. It's amazing how Google can help you, even if you can't see the picture on question 10, Sabe.
Yeah. And he missed that unlucky 13th, back to 0 there.
Yeah, oh dear. Remember, though, in order to win in this round, there are 3, I believe, licenses available for the access to Seesaw. So, you don't have to win in order to win with this one. So, looking really good. Matt Clark is in the lead at the moment, 14,430 points. That is a huge score. But again, Linda, a few correct answers in a row could be what it takes to get you up there into that number 1 place on the overall leaderboard for the crayon there. Chris is in 3rd. It's 11,000. Now Sabe needs to get 1 more question right, I think, and that puts Chris out of the running for this particular round. Neil isn't far off actually being higher than Chris as well. I can easily see, and there he goes. Look there, you can see Chris is down into 4th place now. Sabe up into 2nd place there. Plenty of questions left to be answered by Sabe as well, although that one was answered incorrectly, unfortunately for Sabe. Come on, Linda, get yourself 2 more. Oh dear, I say 2 more correct questions from you, Linda. That would have been all over, but Matt saying look at me fall down the board at any moment. It could be Sabe. He only needs a few more correct answers to overtake you. He's only 170 behind you, and there it goes. Well done. Yeah, no, you were too slow. If you screenshot that, Matt, you have missed it because Sabe has now taken the lead. So at the moment, it's looking like Sabe, Matt in second, Neil in third. And I think everyone else has actually finished the quiz. So it's all to play for, though, Sabe. No pressure, because remember, we're playing with that Logitech Crayon. Tough round, late collapse there from Neil. Fiona was distracted by Grey's Anatomy episode 4 in the background. Yet McDreamy and his friends, I'm afraid, clearly taking some of that cognitive load away from the quiz in hand to something else on. Is it McDreamy or McSteamy in Grey's Anatomy? I'm sure Fiona will be able to come back and tell us in just a moment. I'm sharing too much about my knowledge about what I know about Grey's Anatomy by sharing that in and of itself, so I will keep quiet. We've got one more question waiting to be answered by Sabe, and that will be the end of that round. Either which way, though, and no extra points there. He got that last question wrong, but well done there. Look, we've got our first 3 there, and they've disappeared. Who was the first 3 there, Ollie? It was Sabe, then Matt, then Neil, and in 4th place we had Linda, then Chris, then Bruno Brooks. Okay, so that's how we look there for our final round. Well done to Sabe, Matt, and Neil for getting their first 3 places there. Thank you very much. Ollie's going to just drop that out on the screen a second while he gets on with the business. I'm just going to remove that myself. You've done it very good. So all to play for in that round, and we just had 3 overall winners there. Well done to you 3. Please get in touch with myself, and I'll be able to link you up with how you can go away and claim your Seesaw prize. And get yourself the t-shirt and all the rest. Well done to you. Thank you to everybody who has participated in this fun end of term quiz here tonight live on LearnLiveUAE. If you haven't done so yet, please do hit that subscribe button. We do put out shows normally just to do with teaching and learning and conversations around education in the UAE every Monday night. This is our last episode before the holidays, though. We will return in the new year. Many of you follow myself and Ollie on social media anyway, so you'll be able to see when our next shows are. But thank you to everyone for your huge support. And whilst Ollie's tallying up those scores, I want to do a shout out and a thank you to all of our guests, of which some of you have taken part in the quiz this evening. The likes of Matt Clark and Sabe and Neil, who've been on the show, and Mark Ryan, and hoping that others, and Al Kingsley, hoping that others of you like Fiona and Linda and Chris even. It'd be lovely to sort of hear some of your perspective on leadership as well, if you're still listening, Chris. Long time friend, long time sufferer, right there. But just a big thanks to everyone who has supported this show since we started it back in May. You know, we did some research recently into some of our statistics. Something like 15,000 hours of self-directed learning. People have watched 15,000 hours of Learn Live UAE since we started it back in May, and we're so proud that we're able to share like we do and offer opportunities for others to come together, and all of those things through this particular show. So if you like what we do, please let us know. If you like what we do, then please hit the subscribe button if you don't subscribe to us already. And I just wanted to before Ollie, I think he's done the maths, but I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been involved in Learn Live UAE from the outset in one way or shape or form, sharing and supporting us, and so much so we've actually been shortlisted as 3 of us. Acentria, Clive Gibson from Jumeirah English Speaking School, and myself and Ollie are up for the Bet Mia Game Changer Award. I'm just so proud of what we've managed to achieve, Ollie, in the sort of 7 months or so we've been running the show, and that sort of leads me to say to you, Ollie, it's a real pleasure working with you, and thank you for inviting me to get involved in this initiative, because I love working on the project with you. So thank you very much indeed. So me talking, be quiet, zip on mouth. How are we looking for the overall grand total? Who is, should we do it in reverse order, third to first?
Third to first. Yeah, we can go third to first. The top three all have over 30,000 points.
Wow.
I'll just add that in. So over 30,000 points. Fourth place was Matt with 29,060 points. But the top three, the podium. So in third place with 32,370 points is, drum roll please. Did you win, Linda? So Linda has come in third position there, 32,370 points.
Very respectable. Very respectable. Well done, Linda.
Very good score. Very good score. Second place with 35,110 points is Neil Statham. Yep, he is official crowned champion of Heartland International School. Fiona wasn't too far behind, 28,370 for Fiona, position 5. Which means not too shabby. Our top scorer with 37,070 points and champion of the big winter quiz, LearnLiveUAE, Mr. Digitech Sabe. So Sabe takes home the prize of the Logitech Crayon, as well as the official title of LearnLiveUAE Big Winter Quiz Champion 2020. So massive congratulations to everybody. Huge well done to our podium, I guess, Linda, Neil and Sabe. Neil says, I'll take that. That's not too bad. It's not too shabby, they say, where I'm from. Not too sad. Not too shabby. Sabe, yes. So Sabe, what are you going to do with all your prizes now? Congratulations to you from our other contestants as well. Massive well done. Thank you everybody for just getting involved tonight and having a bit of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And the plus side is that all of the children and colleagues at Sabe School can now no longer wonder, where's that spare Logitech crayon gone? Because I understand that they got a class set in the school, but there's always one missing, Sabe. I'm joking, of course. So congratulations, Sabe. And as an Apple Distinguished Educator, I know you're going to come up with so many amazing ideas and creative ways. And if you're not in touch with JTRS as an Apple Solutions expert in the region, I'm sure just having that conversation with them about the work you do in your school will be a fantastic conversation for you to have as well. So look, thank you so much. Well done. Congratulations to everybody involved in the quiz this evening. We've got a note of all of our various winners, but please do drop myself and it might be worthwhile starting a group DM with both myself and Ollie rather than just sending things through to me directly. But please do send through a direct message and we will link you up with the various prize providers. And that just leads me to say, before we disappear, a huge thank you again to our four prize providers for the LearnLiveUAE Big Quiz this evening. Thanks again to Frog, who have donated access to Frog Play. Thank you very much indeed to them. Again, it's an amazing solution to support teaching and learning in your school. So well done to our winners for the Frog prize. Our other prizes came from quizzes, something that both Ollie and I are huge fans of, as we are with Frog Play as well. We're big fans too of Seesaw. Seesaw has really helped support and ensure that learning has continued in so many thousands, hundreds of thousands of schools internationally during the past 9 months or so, and beyond that. A very well established company in the tools they provide and support education with. So congratulations to our winners on the Seesaw prize front. And then last but by no means least, thank you very much to JTRS, Just the Right Solution, for supplying us with the prize, which has been taken away by our overall winner on the quiz, the first ever big LearnLiveUAE winter quiz, Mr. Sabe Kanyam. Well done indeed, Sabe. And Ollie and I look forward to seeing you all in the new year. Please keep safe, look after yourselves and your families, and we can't wait to meet up with you in real life in 2021. I suspect social distancing will still be in place, but it'll still be nice to sort of wave across an actual coffee table than a virtual one. So thank you very much. And I'll leave it to you, Ollie, to just say the last few words.
Just reiterate what Mark said there. Look after yourselves, everybody. Enjoy a really well-deserved winter break, wherever you are, whatever you get up to. However, we've just had a quick question in coming from our champion. Does any winner want to swap the Seesaw prize? We have a paid subscription for them. There we go. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll start up that DM group with all the prize winners. Okay, and then you guys can chat amongst yourself. If you want to do swapsies,
sounds good to me.
Sure, that's not a problem. We'll do that as soon as we finish. But thanks everybody for joining us. Thanks for being such great sports, both on and off the show, and look forward to seeing you in 2021. Have a great break.